In this video, I want to cover an aspect of angle of elevation I did not cover in the last videos. And so to be able to explain it, I need to take an example. So we have this example. The angle of elevation of the top of a pole from a point 35 meters away is 50 degrees. Calculate the distance between the point and the foot of the pole. So let's do this. We have the angle of elevation of the top of a pole. So we've got a pole. Can you see? From a point 35 meters away. So it's like there's a point somewhere. And the distance between the point and the top of the pole is 35 meters. So we have 35 meters. Now remember, whosoever is standing at this point has a line of sight. Do you understand? And so when the person raises his head to look at the top of the pole, the angle of elevation is 50 degrees. Do you understand? So we have the pole, we have the point. Does that make sense? Calculate the distance between the point and the foot of the pole. This is the foot of the pole. So we are told to calculate this distance. Do you understand? Now we can call this place X, an unknown. It could be any letter. Does this make sense? So can we do this? Remember, the first thing you want to do is to name the sides of the triangle. So the side facing angle 90 is the hypotenuse. So if this is angle 90, it means that this side here is the hypotenuse. And then the side facing the angle is opposite. Then the third side is adjacent. I hope you can still remember. Now the next thing you want to try to recollect is SOHCAHTOA. Now in this case, we are actually relating the hypotenuse with the adjacent. So adjacent hypotenuse. That means we are using CA, which translates to cos. I hope you can still remember. The formula for cos theta equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. Now we know the angle given theta is 50 degrees. Our adjacent equals to x, and then our hypotenuse equals to 35 meters. We put this into the formula. We have cos 50 equals to adjacent is x all over hypotenuse is 35. Do you understand? We can use a 4-figure table or a calculator to find cos 50. Cos 50 is 0.6428. So we have 0.6428 equals to x all over 35. Now we need to cross multiply because this is like over 1. So let's cross multiply. Let me solve the remaining somewhere on top. So when we cross multiply, we have x times 1 equals to x. Then we have 0.6428 times 35. That will give us approximately 22.5 meters. And here's our answer. So what I want you to note in this video is that when they give you the distance between the point where the individual or the person is looking up and the top of whatsoever, that distance is usually the hypotenuse. Does that make sense? So that was why we have 35 meters as the hypotenuse, because we are told that that's the distance between the top of the pole and the point in which whosoever or whatsoever is looking up. Does that make sense?